In the late summer of 1977, a modest council house on Green Street in Enfield, North London, became the center of one of the most disturbing paranormal cases ever recorded. The Hodgson family lived there quietly, a single mother, Peggy Hodgson, and her 4 children. Nothing about the home seemed unusual at first. But one night, Peggy was woken by her daughters, terrified and shaking. They said their beds were moving on their own. At first, Peggy assumed it was a prank, until she saw it herself. Loud knocking sounds echoed through the walls, moving from room to room as if something invisible was walking through the house. Furniture slid across the floor without anyone touching it. A heavy chest of drawers lifted and tipped over in front of witnesses. The police were called. One officer later reported seeing a chair slide across the room on its own. Another confirmed unexplained knocking sounds that stopped and started on command, as if responding to questions. Then the voices began. Peggy's 11-year-old daughter, Janet, started speaking in a deep, hoarse voice that did not sound human. The voice claimed to be the spirit of a man who had died in the house years earlier. It knew details about the home no one had mentioned, details later verified by records. Janet said she didn't remember speaking while the voice took over. Objects were thrown across rooms. Lego bricks and marbles rained down from nowhere. Furniture stacked itself overnight. Janet was reportedly lifted from her bed and dragged across the floor, while adults watched in horror. Soon, paranormal investigators arrived, including members of the Society for Psychical Research. They stayed for months, documenting events with photographs, audio recordings, and written logs. Some investigators believed they were witnessing a genuine poltergeist. Others suspected exaggeration or trickery, but not everything could be explained. Audio recordings captured the strange voice speaking clearly, even when Janet's mouth appeared closed. Furniture moved when the children were restrained. Knocks answered questions intelligently, 1 knock for yes, 2 for no. Skeptics argue that the children faked parts of the activity, especially when attention was high. But even critics admit that certain events, especially those witnessed by police and recorded investigators, remain unexplained. The activity lasted over a year. Eventually, it faded as suddenly as it began. The Hodgson family moved on, but the house's reputation never recovered. To this day, people who visit or live near the home report strange sounds, feelings of being watched, and sudden drops in temperature. The Enfield Poltergeist remains one of the most controversial paranormal cases in history, balanced between belief and skepticism, evidence and doubt. Was it a troubled child subconsciously manifesting chaos? Was it mass hysteria? Or was something truly haunting that house? No definitive answer has ever been given, and perhaps that's what makes the Enfield case so terrifying. Because if even a fraction of it was real, then something unseen was listening, watching, and responding right inside a family home. Subscribe and visit the page for a deeper dive into these stories.